Hello, you guys. This is Josh Vision, and I'm here to give my season 1, episode 6 review of The Witcher. So, in this episode, basically, we have Yennefer, The Witcher, Jaskier, joining basically this large, like 4 other groups, including this new character of Bosch, 3 doors down, with his 2 Amazon like bodyguards, and on this quest to slay this green dragon who's been running ranchshot basically over a certain kingdom. And the king of this kingdom essentially has promised the one who's able to kill this green dragon basically like their own lordship and their own and control their own vassal state essentially. So obviously this is going to be a very enticing deal. So Bose basically has summoned the Witcher to help him out because of his reputation essentially. So another thing that happened in this episode is the fact that the Witcher and Yennefer have so many scenes in this in which Yennefer obviously wants to find a way to have a child, but the Witcher is like saying, "Listen, don't tell me you came all this way just to have a baby, essentially, to help you find a way to get a baby by slaying this dragon, essentially. Find a loophole through the rules, so on and so forth." But she's like, "Listen, don't try to lecture me when you had a responsibility to take care of this child, this baby, but you're not doing it right now. You ran away from your responsibility." And the Witcher's like, "Listen," but the Witcher doesn't really have a response to that. But he's like, "Listen, in the life that you and I both lead, despite it's different, it's not the perfect, environment to raise a child, better yet, a baby. It's horrible." And the Witcher said he's reflected on this numerous times, and that's the conclusion that he reached. Another thing that's established in this episode is that it's been a few years actually since The Witcher has seen Yennefer. But just like this series, like the time skips are not really specific. You can't really gauge how much time has gone. You can only just sort of guess at best. They have sex again. That's a good thing, at least for them. And I believe Yennefer was actually kind of happy that Witcher actually stayed this time because she mentioned when they last slept with each other that Witcher just left and bailed. So she was happy that he stayed, at least this time around. Also, in this episode, we thought that Boch, the old man who basically asked for the Witcher's, help in order to get to slay the dragon, we thought he basically fell through, one of the weak parts of this little bridge, in which the dwarves said was a shortcut in order to get towards the dragon location. The dwarves were able to get in. Jaskier was able to get in. So was Yennefer and Geralt, aka the Witcher. But like I mentioned before, Boch and his 2 bodyguard women fell through. So everyone thought they died, but apparently that wasn't the case. It turns out that guy was actually the Golden Dragon. Now, early in the episode, when they were all around the campfire, they were talking about the political fraction of basically the continent, the country essentially. And Sintra, the Nilfgaardens, so on and so forth, the other kings, queens, all that crap. And I believe after like that talk was done, when it was just, Boch, his 2 bodyguard women, and Jaskier and the Witcher, they were talking about the type of dragons that still exist. I believe Jaskier was kind of skeptical on the dragons or something, but the Witcher confirmed that they do in fact exist, but that the golden dragon, which Boch was saying definitely did exist, that's just a bunch of crap. Basically, is what Witcher was saying, or that it's just like a golden dragon was like a rarity. It had to be like a random mutation through nature, and even if that was the case, it would have been killed off, either by the humans or by his own kind, essentially. Like basically, the most common dragons would either be green or red, I believe, and black was the rarest one, with gold being, like I mentioned before, like a mutation. But Boch wasn't so sure. He believed in his story, which turned out to be true considering he's a golden dragon. And the reason why he chose the Witcher to begin with, because he understood, or at least felt, that the Witcher knew what it was like to be a creature that people didn't really understand, and therefore the Witcher would protect those that can't protect themselves or who need help, so on and so forth. You guys get what I'm saying. So basically, the Witcher and Yennefer basically take out the other dragon hunters. And then we have Yennefer and the Witcher basically splitting up, basically due to their different philosophies on basically what Yennefer wants to do and what the Witcher believes is wrong, in the sense of he believes that she shouldn't be so fixated on having this kid. It's not gonna help her at all. But we know how Yennefer is. Yennefer is hard-headed, she's stubborn, but that's in a way kind of makes her very alluring and very, interesting. It makes her essentially. So I believe that's about it. Besides that, there was like a little like argument between Jaskier and the Witcher. Witcher saying basically that he always finds himself in trouble due to Jaskier being around. But that's just friends arguing with each other. Friends always argue all the time. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. We have this thing with Ciri and Dara with when they met basically the shapeshifter guy who basically shapeshifted to that sorcerer guy, Ciri's like mentor in a sense, her friend from back when she was, over it's like her kingdom is Century, well Centra, but basically, Dara smelled a rat. He felt that wasn't the real Musa, the real sorcerer guy, and he almost had him, but Ciri rushed it, and basically the dude knocked out Dara, and Ciri had to run through the woods, and she got tied up, but Dara eventually saved her. But due to Ciri being so hard-headed, rash, not really thinking, Dara got tired with her crap and just abandoned her, essentially. He freed her, but left her alone, essentially. You know what? F you. I'm trying to help you, but you're just acting like a little brat and not giving me what I deserve in terms of respect. So, piss off, essentially. So, that's about it, if I remember correctly. If I missed anything, please forgive me. This is a long show, like I mentioned before in my other reviews. Just write them down in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Adios. Have a good one.